Hello, fellow travelers. Today we are going on a trip to France. This is a country full of amazing things to see and do. France is a place where every corner has a new story to tell. You can find big cities with bright lights, and you can also find quiet villages with old stone houses. The food here is famous all over the world. France is not just a place to visit, it is a place to experience with all your senses. When you travel in France, you are walking through history. But France is also a modern country. This mix of old and new is what makes France so special. Our first stop is Paris, the capital of France. Paris is often called the City of Light because it was one of the first cities in Europe to have streetlights. You can walk along the Seine River and watch the boats go by. Paris is a city that is perfect for walking. Every street has something interesting to see. The Louvre Museum is home to the Mona Lisa, a very famous painting. The museum is so big that you could spend many days exploring it. Montmartre is a neighborhood on a hill with narrow winding streets. From the top of the hill, you can see an amazing view of all of Paris. Now, let's travel south from Paris to the city of Lyon. Lyon is known as the food capital of France, and for a very good reason. The city is famous for its special restaurants called bouchons. These are small, friendly restaurants that serve traditional Lyonnaise food. The city has a large historic center called Vieux Lyon. You can find secret passageways called traboules that connect different streets. Lyon is also famous for its Festival of Lights, which happens every December. During the festival, buildings all over the city are lit up with amazing light displays. Here we find Marseille, the oldest city in France. The heart of the city is the Vieux Port, or Old Port. You can watch the fishermen sell their fresh catch in the morning. From the Old Port, you can look up and see a beautiful church on a hill. This is the Notre Dame de la Garde Basilica. From there, you get the most amazing view of the entire city and the blue sea. Just outside the city, you can discover incredible nature. The Calanques National Park is a series of beautiful rocky inlets with clear turquoise water. You can hike along the cliffs to find hidden beaches. It is a perfect place for swimming, kayaking, or just relaxing in the sun. Our next destination is Nice, the queen of the French Riviera. The most famous spot in Nice is the Promenade des Anglais, a long walkway that goes along the beach. The old town of Nice is a maze of narrow streets and colorful buildings. The Cours-Salé is a famous market filled with the bright colors and sweet smells of fresh flowers. Nice has also been an inspiration for many artists. The artist Henri Matisse lived in Nice for many years, and there is a museum dedicated to his work. From Nice, it is easy to explore other beautiful places on the French Riviera. You can visit small, charming villages like Is, which is perched on a high cliff with amazing sea views. The most famous of all is the Eiffel Tower in Paris. When you see it for the first time, it is truly breathtaking. At night, the tower sparkles with thousands of lights every hour. Another incredible landmark is Mont Saint-Michel. When the tide is high, the island is completely surrounded by water. It looks like a castle floating on the sea. No trip to France would be complete without a visit to the Palace of Versailles. The most famous room is the Hall of Mirrors. The gardens of Versailles are just as amazing as the palace. These landmarks are part of the story of France, and visiting them helps you understand the country on a deeper level. They create lasting memories and are an essential part of any French adventure. The French Alps are a giant playground for people who love the outdoors. In the summer, these mountains are perfect for hiking with thousands of kilometers of trails for all levels. The Alps are home to Mont Blanc, the highest mountain in Western Europe. From Chamonix, you can take a cable car up to the Aiguille du Midi for a stunning close-up view of Mont Blanc. For those who are very adventurous, there are opportunities for ice climbing on the glaciers. As you hike, you will see beautiful wildflowers, clear mountain lakes, and maybe even some wildlife. The Pyrenees are wilder and less crowded than the Alps. The Cirque de Gavarnie is a huge natural amphitheater of rock with a tall waterfall cascading down its side. France has many other natural wonders to discover. In French Guiana, you can find a large part of the Amazon rainforest. The Auvergne Volcanoes Regional Nature Park is a unique landscape of ancient, dormant volcanoes. From the rugged coast of Brittany to the sunny beaches of the Mediterranean, France has a coastline for every taste. Whether you want to surf, swim, or simply relax on the sand, you can find the perfect beach. we have traveled across France, from its shining cities to its wild mountains. France is a country with so many different faces, and each one is beautiful and interesting. Your French adventure is calling. Whether you have 1 week or 1 month, France will fill your days with beauty, joy, and unforgettable experiences.
Let's start our adventure where the land meets the sea. France has thousands of kilometers of coastline and it's absolutely stunning. Down in the south, you have the famous French Riviera, the Côte d'Azur. Here the beaches are legendary. Think of places like Nice or Cannes, where the water is a brilliant shade of blue and the sun seems to shine forever. If you travel to the west, you will find the Atlantic coast, which is a completely different world. Think of the coast near Biarritz, a paradise for surfers. The waves here are powerful, rolling in from the vast ocean. The white chalk cliffs of Etretat are breathtaking, with amazing arches carved by the sea over millions of years. Walking along the clifftop paths gives you views that are simply unforgettable. Now, let's leave the warm coast behind and travel to the magnificent French Alps. This is a world of snow, ice, and towering peaks that touch the sky. And here we can try an adventure that is truly epic ice climbing. Imagine yourself standing at the bottom of a frozen waterfall or a huge glacier. You have special boots with sharp points called crampons and an ice axe in each hand. It looks impossible, but with an expert guide, it becomes an incredible challenge that you can conquer step by step, swing by swing. You listen to the sound of your axe hitting the ice, a solid and satisfying thunk. You can see the highest peaks in Europe, like the majestic Mont Blanc, standing proudly against the blue sky. When you finally reach the top of your climb, the feeling is pure joy. If climbing on ice seems a bit too intense, there is another amazing way to experience the French mountains: hiking. Walking on a mountain trail is one of the simplest and most rewarding adventures you can have. You are walking through a meadow filled with colorful wildflowers. You can hear the gentle ringing of cowbells in the distance and the cheerful chirping of birds. You might see a sparkling blue lake nestled in a valley below, or a distant glacier shining on a mountaintop. The famous Tour du Mont Blanc is a long-distance trek that takes you through France, Italy, and Switzerland, offering some of the most stunning alpine scenery in the world. Or perhaps it's a peak with a 360-degree view of the surrounding mountains. You have earned this view with your own effort. It's a moment of pure satisfaction. For our final adventure, we're going to take to the skies. What could be more thrilling than parachuting or skydiving over the incredible landscapes of France? Your heart is pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. You take a deep breath and then you jump. The first few seconds are a rush of pure adrenaline as you freefall through the air. It's a sensation that is impossible to describe, a feeling of absolute freedom. Then your instructor opens the parachute and suddenly everything goes quiet. Now, you have time to really look around and absorb the breathtaking view. In the Alps, the Aiguille du Midi cable car in Chamonix takes you on an astonishing journey. From the top, the view is simply out of this world. Whether you are exploring the beaches, climbing the peaks, or soaring through the air, France is a country that invites you on an unforgettable adventure. It's out there, waiting for you.